Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we've had a little bit of time with this season's tech tree. We're very, very close to the opening of the season, so if you guys want to make sure that you don't miss out on probably the most important thing that you can see to kick off your season, which is the Chicken's live stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we are going to be going live, what is it, Monday morning at... I forget if it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Just get the times mixed up, but 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we're going to be going live right here on this channel. I'm going to put the stream up about 24 hours or so in advance to make sure that you guys don't miss out on anything. But yeah, if you don't want to miss that, simply subscribe to the channel. And if you are going to pick up instant training or anything like that for the season, appreciate it if you simply throw in the code Chicken in the shop. It does expire every 7 days, so I got to remind you about it. So thank you for those of you guys doing that. Now, man, this is tricky. This is tricky. We've had a day or so to think about this, and you know, I bounced some ideas off some of the top guys, Shishk and some of the other guys that I talked to throughout the season, and I think what the consensus is to get to heavy choppers early, but I think that's a gamble because heavy choppers are not going to be as good if we don't have the heavy. So it kind of remains to be seen. And I know we saw this a little bit last season where the guys that got heavy choppers early but didn't have heavies, sure, it was definitely better and it was definitely a good push point, but it wasn't everything that you needed to really get to where everybody was getting with the heavy choppers. So if we take a look at this, I mean, we really don't have to go that far away. 22 keys and 20 keys. We're talking 42 keys, well, plus mines. Mines are going to be nice to have on defense, though. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to be running heavies out of the gate. Not that many people are going to be running rocket choppers, but at the same time, within a day or so, or a few days, or within a week, everybody's going to be using heavy choppers. So that makes mines that much less useful. And yeah, so I don't know yet. I don't know yet if heavies are going to be the play. I honestly haven't made up my mind on my path just yet. I think what I'm probably leaning towards doing is just going straight forward to the heavy choppers. Now, we have a couple different routes of doing that, right? I mean, let's take a look at the top route first. And I think I'm leaning towards the bottom route because the top route, we have flamethrowers, which are okay, but not great against flying troops. GBE, which is going to be, you know, probably needed. Zuka's key vacuum. And then over here we have a Sky Shield. So, I mean, we've got one dud, one vacuum for sure. And then Rifleman, you know, they'll probably come into play whenever we end up getting Kavan. But, again, for right now, the beginning of the season, not going to do anything for us. So that's potentially, what, 26, 20, 46 keys wasted. Versus if we go to the bottom path, building health, always good, always a push point. You know, either way, we have to unlock it, so I guess that's not really worth counting. But we have boom mines. What's this multi-node? A couple extra cannons. Boom mines, machine guns. Boom mines are going to be good. Machine guns are going to be good. The good thing about boom mines, even if they aren't going to be good, they're so cheap, so it doesn't really matter. Machine guns are also going to unlock the troop health node, and they'll be good because they will hit flying units as well, versus the flamethrowers, which do not. Critters. We have critters super early on. Critters also unlock the troop damage node, so I think it's kind of a given after 3 years. We want to take the bottom path to go to 4, regardless of what our plan is. And we're going to get the boom cannons. I like where they put boom cannons. It's going to be on everybody's path. And yeah, they're going to be huge. They're going to be huge this season with rocket choppers running rampant. So yeah, boom cannons, critters, troop damage, those are all excellent things to that really synergize well with rocket choppers. Obviously, the boom cannons for defending them, but yeah. So then as we move forward, we have another building health right after heavy chopper. So I mean, I'm thinking a heavy chopper, building health, and then go back and getting heavies might be a really nice push point. But yeah, at this point, it kind of remains to be seen. The cool thing about the season is there's a lot of good stuff. Now, I remember we had this kind of problem, in quotations, with one of the previous, I think it was season 33, we were right in the middle, right around 4 kind of like this, when we had like a lot of amazing stuff kind of everywhere, and what ended up happening was your push point wasn't really there until you had everything. So I'm hoping that that's not the case for this season, and we get like a bunch of kind of mini push points, which, I don't know, it's probably kind of wishful thinking. It doesn't usually happen, but yeah. A lot of guys are probably going to go max rocket launcher, although I would highly suggest going against that. Yeah, they'll be nice against the rocket chopper attacks, but I mean, heavy choppers are literally right here, right beside them, and rocket launchers are going to do absolutely nothing to them. So I would, yeah, this season it's going to be very, especially early on, it's going to be very expensive on your upgrade tokens. So I would not just farm all those up for rocket launchers because I don't think the value is there right away. I definitely want to minimize using them until, you know, unless we're using them on things we're absolutely certain about. So let's look forward a little bit and kind of take a look at what we have next. So again, another amazing node. We got building damage right after this. You're going to synergize well with the boom cannons and the, you know, if we pick up extra cannons, we have cannons off at the beginning, which I think are going to be a solid upgrade to get. Sniper towers as well, probably worth at least getting to tick 4. And then we move down here. What do we got? We got a double boom cannon right off the bat. So, yeah, I mean, rocket choppers for sure. They're going to be a thing, but we also have a lot of tools to go against them. So it's not like they're going to be easy. But what comes right after this? We have Seekers already, and we have nothing. We've got almost nothing to stop them because a lot of people that are going this path to get Seekers early are probably going to skip the Sky Shield. Sky Shield is your number one. Pretty much your number one defense against Seekers is your Sky Shield with a bunch of mines or flamethrowers underneath it. So, you know, that might be a case for making the top path here because that's going to be your best Seeker defense is flamethrowers and the Sky Shield. Obviously, we get the Sky Shield from here, but putting flamethrowers underneath the Sky Shield is really where things are going to shine, and we don't have a way of taking them out until we get to artillery here. So, early Seeker guys are probably going to be able to push up really high. And get to that artillery. Thankfully, we do have shock launchers pretty close. So, I mean, they're not going to run away with the season or anything like that by getting Seekers early. But, yeah, I mean, they could potentially get Seekers and shock bombs before people have a really good way of defending them. As we move forward to 5 engines, we finally have our barrage and our artillery. Barrage is required to get, and then the consensus seems to be heavy chopper, rocket chopper. That's what I've been seeing everyone talk about. I know Shish mentioned this in his video. Heavy chopper, rocket chopper with bullet is going to be deadly. Is it going to be better than bombardiers? Probably going to be a lot faster, at least at this you know, at 4 and 5 ERs. Is that 6? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 5 ERs, and then we move into 6 right away. This is good. This is the first time that everybody has to get smokes in a while. I feel like we haven't had a season for a minute where we had to unlock smoke screens. So smokes are going to be nice for heavy chopper rush if we're doing a lot of those style of attacks. We also have the troop health right here, another benefit to heavy chopper rush. So I mean, this might be a good spot to go back and get the heavies as we save up for 6 ER. Heavy chopper rush could be pretty strong in this meta. You know, obviously remains to be seen. We're just kind of theory crafting here at the moment, but that could be a really interesting thing that opens up. So you see, after 6, not until after 6 is when we get the shock mines. So yes, we have shock launchers, but there's no shock mines to slow up these little red beeper guys right here. Man, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting for the Seekers this season, but. So yeah, as we move forward throughout 6, we've got our shock mines. What do we have over here? We've got a shock blaster. That's probably what most people be using there. Tanks, Criners, brick, kind of a dead-end path unless you, for whatever reason, really want to use brick. We've got another building health in the center over here, followed by another 2 boom cannons or 3 regular cannons, both of which could be excellent against heavy chopper, rocket chopper. Scorcher's kind of a dead-end node. And then we already looked at this prototype. So then as we move forward to 7 ERs, I like everything after 7 except for this mine node. That's obviously just a key vacuum that does not need to be there. And it's going to prevent us from getting probably what I assume is that last Doom Cannon level 3. That's going to be pretty huge. Followed by the building damage. We got some troop damage up here. We got a damage amp or Simo, or I imagine damage amp or Simo will do slow up the heavy choppers a little bit more. Grapplers are nice too because I mean they have so much health. You compare the grappler health to say a damage amp. Actually, it's about the same. Huh. A little bit more though, especially when you add that building health to it. It really amplifies Get it? Amplifies the damage amp. So that's what I'm thinking, at least anyways, guys. I'm leaning towards rushing to heavy choppers, but I think getting heavies is going to be more important, or as important, for a lot of low-level accounts. So you guys let me know in the comments what you're thinking. That's basically all my thoughts on the entire tech tree for this season. The deck layouts look like they're going to be hard for bombers because there's so many wraparounds and twists and stuff. But let me know what you guys are thinking down below in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Checking out Back Bear.